What's up, you freak bitches? This is not the Joe Rogan podcast. This is Chocolate Milk!
Give it to me, baby!
You know what that's about. Getting it tight and getting it right. We're about to take you on a big bad flight. It's Halloween. And we are getting into it. Welcome back, Season 2. Nice Milk. Jugs, Episode 2. We will be talking about music today. It's me, Milk, and we got that tasty, delicious chocolate here. And we are going to be cranking in those ear bones of yours. Chocolate, let's hear a warm welcome for you, my favorite delicious chocolate bar.
Man, I think you already touched on everything, bro. You sound like an 80s radio host, man. Like,
I just need all the zings and pings.
oh, jeez.
If we had a phone, I'd be asking for a ring. Ring-a-ding-ding.
Good job.
I was with your mom last night and I had a fling.
Oh, God, somebody get this, man.
Lock me up. That should be my catchphrase.
Lock me up.
Yours is bingo. Mine should be...
Lock me up.
Lock me up. Damn it. I gotta order those shirts again.
Yeah, no, you should probably definitely get those shirts remade. We finally found your catchphrase. Lock me up sounds like a perfect catchphrase for you.
Yeah, I definitely say a lot of over-the-line stuff. You know, it got me in trouble in elementary, everything. Elementary through high school. College too. I used to be kind of destructive. The first week of college, I was ripping posters and shit off the wall.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, I know. And everyone was like,
child.
Literally, everybody asked me, they're like, what are you doing? And then I literally was like, you guys don't do this? But then I was like, oh shit, maybe I should leave high school behavior in high school.
Yeah, definitely. College is a different animal.
It is, it was, and it will continue to be.
Honestly, though, I don't think college is that different. College is just a bigger high school.
Kind of. People definitely take it more seriously, though. There was definitely a big energy shift when I went into college, because people are like, I mean, obviously the money is probably backing a lot of that, but it's also because it's like, hey, this is my career, this is my future, I want to potentially meet my life partner or wife or whatever it is.
Dude, honestly, I was always told the opposite, man. Like, I was always told that it was just an area just to meet chicks. I was always told it was so much different, and it was so much fun, too, because you get to literally pick something that you're going to want to do, you know, for the rest of your life.
No, don't get me wrong. The parties were fucking wild, and we snuck in tons of alcohol in our dorm, and we went fucking crazy. And there were so many crazy nights. It was out of control. But, like, it's weird because it was literally the definition of play hard, work hard. Work hard, play hard, whatever, which way you want to say it.
Right.
And it was nuts, dude. Like, everybody was there to fucking get down, and not just with the partying, but with the books, too. Yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty fucking sweet. It was pretty sweet, but also very challenging. Very confusing time for many young people, especially like myself. And as we always say, we're here to fuck the world.
And your mother!
Your mama! Let's talk music, my friend. Let's talk music. We got a couple music questions today. Most of it's regarding us because this podcast is about us. That's the whole point. I know a lot of people, listen to podcasts for mystery or history or any kind of information, but we like to give a little life dialogue, and it's like, why not an interesting take by starting it with the podcast and then moving to the other mediums from there.
Oh, yeah.
So, music has been very close to my heart forever. Same with chocolate as well. And we're just going to go over a couple things that we thought you guys want to hear about. So, we're going to just start right off the bat real quick with this one. Number 1. Chocolate. What does music mean to you?
I don't know. It's a hard...
It's vague. It's
a very... I don't know. Music means a lot to me. I mean, music is peace. Music is happiness. Music is... Yeah, probably just those two things. So honestly, for the most part, every time that I've listened to my favorite song, it brought me peace. Anytime I was in a situation or any type of life event or anything that happened, I kind of always looked towards music because music was a nice outlet for it. So, yeah, if I could say anything, music was peaceful, comfort, and happiness. So.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a lot of people's answers. I think another thing people would say is like release.
Yeah.
Release is another big one. Dancing is huge because I know most people, in general, like I was confused as a young child about this, but most people are like, oh, what do you think people listen to music for? The beat or the lyrics? And to me, it was lyrics. Like I was like, lyrics, done. Like no question. But it's not true. It's totally the beat.
Yeah.
Because people have this natural knack to move with the beat, feel the beat, clap to the beat.
Yeah.
And they pulse with it and dancing. And then all dances evolve from that. Absolutely.
Right.
You know, there's not like, I mean, sure, you can dance without music, but it's like that's the beat and the backbone of what dance is in my eyes. But yeah, to me, it was always lyrics. Lyrics had a huge impact on me, and they swept me away in the wind.
Yeah.
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 What does music mean to me? Music is a perception of the soul, an uncalculated conundrum of beautiful chaos that combines the mystical with the wise.
Right.
That was my bullshit answer.
Could you please elaborate a little more on that?
Oh yes, let me grab my pipe and my old
Put this in your pipe
copy
and
of the
smoke it.
Bible.
Oh, of the Bible?
Yes, I want to talk about music from the biblical times.
Are we getting into this right now?
No, we're not.
Oh, aren't you then?
No, that was my bullshit answer. My real answer is it sets me free. It literally sets me free. It takes me to a place. You know, the biggest place for me where music impacts me a lot is honestly driving. And I love listening. I honestly enjoy listening to music in my car more than I enjoy it with like nice Beats headphones or, you know, AirPods or where it's just like sure, that's nice. Don't get me wrong. Like if I'm chilling in a hammock or in a hot tub and the music directly into my ears, yeah, sure, it's fucking fantastic.
Definitely.
But the car, dude, because I like to listen to a lot of sad songs, you know, sad boy over here, and a lot of really heavy songs. And so I'll cry, or I'll scream, or I'll just like stare out the window at the sunset. You know, we got beautiful sunsets here in AZ, like literally almost every single night. And so, yeah, dude, I would say number one, it definitely sets me free. It takes me to where my emotions want to go, and I'm talking about all my emotions: sad, angry, happy, in between, unknown, creative. It gets the juices flowing, dude, and it's like, you know, being a musician myself, it's inspiring to me. It gives me clues about where I want to take my skill and my creativity when I get on the kit and all that kind of stuff. And being a musician, you know, what music means to me as a musician, it's commitment and expression. It's basically like the middle ground of discipline and creativity, because you got to know the books, you got to know the chops, you got to know the beginning, you got to know the rudiments, you got to know everything, you got to know how to keep on time, you have to know how to be a member in the group, you got to know all these things. But on top of that, it's like, okay, where can I find freedom within the lines? And as humans, we're like, give me freedom, I don't want any kind of rules, I don't want any kind of restrictions. But what people don't realize a lot of the time, even like politically and socially, is that the restrictions is where our creativity comes from. It's because we start limited, we have to manipulate our way through it. But if you start on a wide basis, it's harder to pick a lane, right? It's like, there's so many lanes to choose, which one do I go? Instead of, hey, you're shoved in this one, now you got to make the best of this one. And then that's how you get creative.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's what music means to me as a person and what music means to me as a musician.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think music is, you know, besides like avant-garde creative painting, I would say that music is probably one of the best ways that people can express themselves. You know, I would definitely say that painting and art has a little bit more freedom than music does, because you don't have to keep in time. You don't have to like listen to anybody else. You can literally draw and paint and punch a hole through it and scratch it and make it really nice. Like there's no limit to what you want to do on a canvas. So I would say that is kind of the only other one that stands above music in my eyes.
Yeah.
All right, question number two. Get to know Chocolate and Milk a little bit better. Favorite bands, dude. We're going to talk about favorite bands and why. So, what is your favorite band and why?
I couldn't really narrow it down. There's just too many to
You could do like a top 3 or top 5.
It's honestly, it's still pretty tough, man, because I just feel like this list doesn't do justice to any of them. Like, there's just so much good music, and like everyone brings a creative difference, man. And it's just like you know, just to kind of pick 5 over like literally over like how many? There's probably like I don't know how many exactly, but it's just like
How
five.
many bands?
Five is
exist?
just too selfish, man.
How many bands exist?
Yeah, no.
Millions.
Yeah, millions.
Millions.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
And
what
over
I'm saying.
time,
It's just like
yeah.
it's just kind of like a hard like I don't know. Probably have to go with Maroon 5, I guess. Growing up, my life wasn't always like the best. So I remember when I was living in California, we had went to counseling. So there was just a lot of trauma and a lot of stuff that we were dealing with, moving from place to place and not having a stable home and really anywhere to kind of be. But we felt home there. So they had took me and my siblings up to a camp up in California, and it was up in Big Bear, and it's called Camp Titan. And our counselor had made us all a CD of all of our favorite music. So, and on that disc, yeah, it was really nice. It was. I wish I kept in touch with him. It just kind of like happened. It's like we kind of like left and moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. But he made us a disc, and all of us had our own different music in it. I think I had on my disc I had Maroon 5, I had Aerosmith, I had a little bit of R&B and rap too. I can't remember who it was, but those two were the main two that kind of stuck out and stuff. So yeah, I'll have to go with Maroon 5. So,
dude, honestly surprised a little bit.
Yeah,
honestly surprised. Did somebody knock on your window and knock on your door?
Tap on my window.
It's tap? Oh.
Yeah, look at that. Oh,
sorry, Adam.
Actually, you don't have to say sorry. He's been fucking up lately, so.
Why, is he like drunk on stage, or?
No.
Like Dave
He's
Matthews
been a perv.
Was?
Well, not a perv. He's been cheating on his wife and stuff, so.
Oh, he's an asshole.
But honestly, that's nothing new. You're famous. You're gonna get tempted by other women.
Yeah, dude, he's got women just like throwing the
left and right. It's Adam Levine.
Yeah, it's Adam. He's cute. He's a good singer. I get it.
The guy's tatted.
Yeah,
zatted.
I get it.
And he had daddy. So it's just like, man, ultimate package right there.
Yeah, no
for
question.
A female. So.
Lol. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, and if you like that too,
hey, we don't judge.
Hey, not at all.
If you play baseball, you got to play infield and outfield. You know what I mean?
Offense and defense.
Yeah,
There's definitely room for everybody.
Car goes both ways, and so do you.
Right.
All right. What about you? For me, dude. Okay, so my favorite bands and why, and this is not on purpose or anything. They both have the word animal in it. And they have. It's nothing to do with Animal, like the drummer from the Muppets, okay. And I know that Dave Grohl did a video with him. Yeah, I know, and it has nothing to do with that. It's not, but they both happen to have the word Animal in it. And so my two favorite bands, and they're two completely different genres. One of them is avant-garde, electronic, indie, and the other one is like math rock meets gent combined with metal. So the first one is Animal Collective, and the second one is Animals as Leaders. They are two completely different. You probably haven't heard of either.
Dude, I've never heard of any of them.
I'm actually about to go see Animals as Leaders this weekend or next week.
Nice.
I already saw them once this year. Animal Collective barely comes around, and I fucking missed it the second time. I checked the day after they were here on Bands in Town, but I followed them and I was expecting a notification, and I didn't get one, so I fucking missed it.
Jeez,
and they always go to Europe and shit. But anyways, Animal Collective and Animals as Leaders. Animal Collective, the reason I love Animal Collective is because it's a lot of their songs are really, really, really sad. And they touch on a lot of different topics, from childbirth to abuse to relationships. And then a lot of their lyrics and their songs don't make any sense at all. I've even looked them up and read them, and I don't have a clue what they mean. There'll be some of it will relate to the name of the song, but then the rest of it will be all over the place. I'll be I don't get it. So it's definitely some off the wall avant-garde stuff. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not for everybody. But I've listened to every song on every single album multiple times. Mm-hmm. Absolutely love it. And then for me, did you just fart?
No, I think that was the chair. I literally slightly moved it, and it literally caught.
You little sneaker. So, it's like a fly. It's like a fly flew past the mic and let one out.
Stupid ass.
And then for me, the second favorite, Animals as Leaders, is, well, First of all, my favorite drummer of all time is in Animals as Leaders, Matt Gardska. He's insane. He's like 31 or 32 now, something like that. He is off the wall, fucking crazy. Super talented, super musically gifted. Same with Javier and Tosin in the band. And they are 100% instrumental band. And they have crazy time signatures. They play crazy rhythms against each other. It's like where jazz meets metal, and it's just like so beautiful. And they blow like any other metal band like out of the water. Like there's a lot of other technical metal bands, but they don't, in my eyes, they don't even measure up to that shit. And I absolutely love the way it makes me feel. It inspires me as a drummer. It is just so beautiful, and I can't wait to go listen to them again. And yeah, so Animal Collective and Animals as Leaders, definitely my two favorite bands of all time.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You had a lot to talk about them, too.
I could keep going, too.
I was very surprised. I've never heard of these guys at all.
I could keep going, too, but, we're gonna, people are like, what the hell?
Who's this band?
Talk about Britney!
Right! Hey! Talk about Nickelback!
I love Britney. I'm not hating on Britney. I fucking love Britney. My favorite Britney song, Lucky.
Leave Britney alone!
All right, dude. Question 3. Similar question. What was your favorite band growing up? And do you still listen to them? Why or why not?
Oh, yeah. I think Maroon 5 has actually grown as a band, too. Like, I think they've switched drummers and stuff. I'm not sure who they have exactly and stuff, but they've went from... I think they're doing like a lot of the electronic poppy stuff now and stuff, and they're actually like meshing really well, and they're starting to like mix with other artists too. I think they have a couple songs with Future, Kendrick Lamar, Juice WRLD. Yeah, a lot of good artists. Like they are literally branching out, and it's actually really good. Yeah, for sure. But honestly, I still listen to them stuff because they, memories and just and nostalgia. They just bring like a sentimental feeling, and and just like just like memories from the past.
That's awesome. There was a song by them that came out a couple years ago. Is it the... No. And you go. The way I used to love you. Yeah, and the music video had like Pokemon looking like stuffed people in it, but they weren't Pokemon.
I'm not sure who was every time I go.
Yeah, that song was good. I like that one.
Yeah.
And then of course Sunday Morning. Yeah. That's a classic.
That's classic, man.
It's a classic. Sunday Morning's great off the Maroon.
Or She Will Be Loved too. It's another one.
Oh, that's flat. Yeah, classic, dude. Off definitely. The Maroon album, so good, so good. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. And then when it comes to like sad music and stuff too, somebody I've been listening to recently, John Mayer. John's got a great voice.
Dude, John Mayer is actually really slept on, and he
he has a fantastic voice. He's an asshole because he like. To women, he was.
Okay.
He's a player.
I know that.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I get it though. Like his guitar skills plus his voice. Right. Women are wet 24/7.
He just has big balls right now.
He's got big balls. I get it. I mean,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
If I was in his position, I'd be in a lot of positions. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But for me, my favorite bands growing up, I always had 3, and I always listened to them. So I'm gonna go from 3 to 1 on this one.
Okay.
My top 3 bands growing up were 311. Avenged Sevenfold, and Blink-182.
Blink-182. Yeah. Travis Barker. Dude, huge influence for me drumming. I wouldn't say he's an influence for me anymore, because a lot of people would like make fun of him and stuff. But like, why?
Well, in high school, I was in band, marching band, jazz band, orchestra, all that kind of stuff. But the big thing that was always the debate that went on was Dave Grohl versus Travis Barker, and everybody was sucking off Dave Grohl, and not because he was in Nirvana, and then now he's got the Foo Fighters and all that shit. I definitely think he drums better than he sings. I mean, he's not that he can't hit notes and anything like that. But
aren't they two different genres of rock? Because
they're both
a little faster, and then
I definitely
no Foo Fighters were trying to do.
Foo Fighters was definitely like more in your face, faster paced than Nirvana was.
Right.
But Nirvana did have a lot of kind of in your face. I mean, Teen Spirit, that's in your face, definitely.
Yeah.
And he, his drum part in that song is iconic, especially in the drumming world. But yeah, it was always Dave Grohl versus Travis Barker, and I was the only one on Travis Barker's side, and everyone would make fun of me, and they would go, Dave Grohl, Dave Grohl, Dave Grohl. But like, if they had a drum battle right now, at this age, Travis would win.
Oh yeah, no, for
Travis would win. I mean,
for sure.
I think even Dave knows that Travis would win.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they actually just invited Travis to play with their band for the Taylor Hawkins.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say reunion.
Memorial.
Jesus. Memorial.
Yeah.
The memorial show. So yeah, I mean, he even got to play. So it's like, where you now, bitch? Like, they literally crossed the genres, you know. So, and don't get me wrong, because Travis is definitely not the best drummer of all time. No, he's not. There's guys who blow him out of the water, no question. But yeah, 311, Avenged Sevenfold, Blink 182 were my three favorite bands. My favorite drummer used to be from Avenged Sevenfold, the Rev, rest in peace. He passed away in 2000, I think it was 9.
Man.
Yeah, overdose.
Drugs, man, drugs.
I know.
Guys, lay off the drugs, man.
He mixed a bunch of drugs together. There's one of their songs called Brompton Cocktail. And he did basically a Brompton cocktail, which is like alcohol, cocaine, and pills all mixed into one. And he fucking drank that shit. And yeah, he was, you know. So
we have lost so much talent to drugs.
I know, dude. And he wrote a lot of their songs. He was a good piano player. He did a lot of the screaming in the background. And he had a band before Avenged Sevenfold called Pinkly Smooth. Yeah, they called it Goblin Core.
That sounds catchy.
Goblin Core. Perfect time.
Smooth.
Yeah, but it's not. Their music is, yeah. It's more closely like Mr. Bungle, which you probably don't know who that is either. No. These are all like out there avant-garde rock shit, whatever.
Oh, the Beavis and Butthead. TP my bungle.
But yeah, dude. So the reason I listen to these three bands is they spoke to my three emotions, basically: sad, angry, and blissful. Because I used to do, and like dream, I'd say blissful / dreamy, because I was really sad and depressed all the time, super angry a lot of the other times, and then like I would always like do like the stare out the window of the car thing, which I was in the clouds, high, and wishing my life away. But I don't listen to any of them anymore. Like, I might pop on one song once a year, twice a year from any of them. Or if it comes on, like, a like song, sure, I'll just like, okay, see if I still like this, I'll let it play, but I'll usually skip it after, like, 30 seconds to a minute. It just, my musical taste has changed. Like, although I still, like, listen to some pop punk, some metal, and very rarely some reggae type stuff, I've definitely have, like, a more evolved ear and more palate, The other part of that could be I might have just listened to them too much, because I had like listening, like on Apple, it used to track how many listens. I would have in the 300s of almost all their songs of every band.
Wow.
311 hitting the 300s, because I would just every second I was out of class, earbuds in. Every fucking second, earbuds in. When I got back, earbuds, computer, music, plug it into my speaker, music, earbud, like constantly. So that's definitely what happened.
Oh yeah.
So. Moving on to question number 4.
Dig it. Let's go.
Favorite show you've ever been to?
Oh, okay. So, this was back home in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I was working with my friend's mom, and she was working concessions and stuff because she did a lot of fundraising for her school for football, and she invited us over. To come help and stuff, and we actually got kicked out and stuff because we were fooling around too much. So they were like, you guys can just go home and stuff and whatever. So we had left, and then we actually snuck back in, and that concert was Lil Wayne, T.I., and 2 Chainz. It was a really big concert, and honestly, if you know Albuquerque, a lot of big artists don't go there because there's literally nothing out there. Like literally, we have nothing to offer for a nightlife if they try to come over here and party. Like, it's just, it's just kind of boring. Like,
insert coyote sound.
I was actually going to howl, and that's not a good idea, But, no, it's just, I don't know why, but, like, we just need to build more, and, like, artists would come, but I think we've missed out on a lot of big-name artists. At least we've had, like, Kendrick Lamar that's came there.
Oh, right on.
We've had J. Cole that's came there. We've had Chris Brown, Little Baby, but Lil Wayne, T.I., and 2 Chainz in one city at the same time. It's just crazy, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen again. So I was actually really, really grateful that I was there for that. So hell yeah,
dude, that's sick, dude. So I don't really listen to too much rap and hip hop and stuff like that. But I gotta say, like, out of all those artists, I have definitely, like, at times listened to like 1 or 2 of their songs and really, really liked it. I did listen to that one Kendrick Lamar album. I forget the one with the van on the front. I think it's the one that really got him off the ground. Actually,
this is embarrassing.
And
I know there's Mad City there.
It might be Mad City.
Every time I'm in the street.
Yeah, Mad City. Yep, that's the one. Yep. Yep. So I listen. So my brother liked that kind of music. My brother is a huge Drake fan.
What?
His dog's name is even Drake.
Oh, stop.
But he's like, it's not because of the rapper. I'm like,
It definitely is.
Yeah, come on,
Stop
bro.
it.
Come on,
Come
dude.
on, bro. Come on, bro.
You're drinking that water. You're drinking that Kool-Aid.
Right.
You know? But dude, I worked at Home Depot 2014, and I would blast Mad City. And on my lunch breaks, I'd just listen to Mad City over and over and over, and I'd be like fucking jamming at work behind the customer service desk.
Where you from?
Yeah. And they'd be, can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I'm looking for a piece of plywood.
I can shove up your ass.
You know, because you're being a... I can't say that word on live, but I'm like... You have
a free pass, my friend.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know if they can handle this yet.
I think they can. I think they've heard worse.
Right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. For me, my favorite show I've ever been to, probably Animal Collective. I saw them once in 2019.
Is this the same band you liked before?
Yeah,
Okay. Because I was like, dude.
Yeah, I was trying to think earlier, like, what my favorite show I've ever been to was. I did go to this, like, metal festival this one year in Virginia with a friend Bobby and a couple other people, and it was pretty sick. Suicide Silence played, Avenged Sevenfold played. It was a pretty sweet, and I've been to Vans Warped Tour twice before it got shut down.
I remember that.
Yeah, Vans Warped Tour was fucking sick. I saw Veil Maya there and a couple other... I saw that drummer I showed you on YouTube, Luke Holland.
Yeah.
I saw him there when he was playing with... I forget the name, but I listened to them a lot too back in like 2013. But Animal Collective, dude, because like the way they are, they just touch my soul, dude. And like... Funny story about this concert, dude. So this is kind of fucked up, what I did, but...
Let's hear it.
But, we're going balls deep. So I used to work at Yelp.
Okay.
I used to work at Yelp, selling, doing sales over the phone.
Okay.
Like, it was basically like a call center. But, it's Yelp, so it's a little bit more professional, a little bit more serious, and we're selling advertisement over the phone.
Right.
Everyone there believed in me and told me I could be the best salesman on the team because I was funny. I wasn't afraid to get in front of people. I would make fun of my boss. I would do an impersonation of him in front of him and the rest of my team, and he thought it was the funniest shit. What? He loved it. That
was really rare then.
Yeah, it was, and I did a great impression of him, and he fucking loved it. And he was like, dude, you should be the best salesman on the team, and I was the worst. I had the worst numbers. Yeah, yep. Month after month, I had the worst numbers.
What the hell?
I know. I literally worked there for 7 months. I think I made 2 sales.
What? Bro.
I was horrible. No, I made like 4. Okay, but I was still. You should make it 4 a week. I know.
4 a week?
Yeah, I mean that's
for 7 months.
7 months. Yeah, it was bad. But
damn,
let's forget about that. It's because of the phone thing. The phone part of it fucked me up. It was
right.
just so weird, and everyone was so goddamn rude.
Right.
But anyways, let's forget that. So I wanted to see Animal Collective so bad. Worse than anything, right? And it was this thing of like, I already missed like too many days or out sick or whatever it was. So I made up a pretty dark lie. And I like went in and I was like acting like I was crying and shit. And he pulled me aside and he's like, what's wrong? I was like, my aunt passed away.
Oh, man.
And like, he's like, dude, why are you here? You should just go home. I was like, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, just go. Come back tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
And so I
oh my God.
That's pretty. I know, dude. That's pretty. Trey, if you're hearing this, bro, you're a good guy. He even grew up in the same neighborhood as me.
That's weird.
So I told him out here in Arizona. I was like, "Hey, I'm from Virginia." He's like, "What part?" I'm like, "Fairfax." He's like, "Oh, I'm from Oakton." I was like, "I'm from Oakton." And he's like, "Yeah, I grew up in the street, Wheatland Farms." I was like, "You got to be shitting me." He literally grew up like 5 houses down from me.
That's weird.
How insane is that?
Whoa.
So I felt really bad about it. And he played lacrosse. I played lacrosse. Any of this shit. But I lied. I said my fucking aunt died, bro. And so I got the day off from work, and I went, and it was in Tucson, too. That was the other part of it. Right. It was in Tucson, so I'm driving like an hour and a half.
Jeez.
And so I went down there with, Vanessa, and it was an amazing show.
Honestly, bro, I think we've all done that as something to get out of something to go
somewhere. It was the one and only time I've used the death to get out of something.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to use something to something to get out of work. I remember one time I said something stupid about, like, I think I said my grandmother was dying, dude. And like, that's like the most common one that you can kind of use and say in any type of situation to get off. It's just like, what the hell?
Yeah. I felt guilty about it, but dude, the show was so worth it. And I've never seen the Animal Collective do this in a show, but they literally had this one show where they made a house. The stage was a house, and you could play the house. You could play the house. Like the staircase, the little banister on the staircase, the little banister was strings. And it was an instrument.
What the heck?
And like the rest of the house, the shutters banged and like all this shit.
Wow.
And they made an instrument out of that. Like, how creative is that?
Wow.
Like, that's just fucking...
That's really cool.
They're such a creative band.
That's
I
really
love
different
them.
too. That's like super different.
Yeah, I could go off about them, but I'll stop right there. We'll move to question 5.
You're good.
Maybe I'll spend a whole episode talking about Animal Collective on my own.
You're good.
Okay, number 5. Favorite album of all time now and as a kid.
Dude, that's tough, man.
Hey, this one's harder than favorite band. I know.
I actually wrote down a couple. I know as a kid, the album that I've listened to the most and stuff, but at that time it was like probably like the only artist that was really dropping music a lot and stuff. Because like, I remember the Carter 5, and that was Lil Wayne's album released after, or like I think either a couple months or like a year after this one. But it was Take Care by Drake.
Okay.
And that album was actually produced by The Weeknd, if you know The Weeknd.
Of course.
And literally, that's probably, to date, Drake's best album. To date. So, it has a lot of good songs, like Marvin's Room,
yeah.
Crew Love.
Is November 18th on that one?
I think it might be.
I used to drum to that song.
It might be. But there's a lot of good songs on there. And, it's just, that's a good old school one. One that really helped me during a breakup when I moved to California, and if she ever listens to this, she knows who she is. I listened to Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentleys. That got me through my breakup because there's like a song on there called Better Now, and it's basically saying like his girl thinks that she's fine and that she's basically kind of like moved on and stuff, but that's just because he's not around. And like it's just kind of like
it's a sad one.
Yeah, very sad, very sad. And then to date, I gotta give props to Juice WRLD. This is an album that I can probably sing from front to back, and that was Death Race for Love. Rest in peace too. He was a really good talent too.
Yeah, dude, you were showing me some of his songs before we got started with this, dude. You and Anthony both said the same thing, where he's like, "Oh, it's pop punk meets rap."
Yeah, no, dude, definitely. He was different, and it was just like I feel like if more people reached out and they didn't judge him so much and stuff for being a drug addict and stuff, and they actually helped him out and stuff, he would have still been here, And it's not putting blame on anybody else or anyone like that, but he was a really good talent and
more like society.
Right. Because everyone kind of saw him as a junkie, so that's why they didn't think he needed help.
That's backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
totally backwards.
Exactly, and that's what kind of sucks about that whole thing. Because honestly, if you even ask anybody, no one's like, Juice WRLD, blah, blah, blah. He was a fucking perkhead. He was pop pills all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's very true, but he was going through a lot, man, and he was human. So
yeah, bro, human, and same with I know she literally has a song about it, but Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
She should have gone to rehab, and I don't mean I don't mean that as a fucking joke. I mean that for real, because like my dad loves her to death, and her voice, bro.
Dude, it was beautiful.
It's like Freddie Mercury. It's like it's so unique.
Right. Inspirational.
It's so inspirational. I don't know if you knew this about Freddie Mercury too. I don't know if this is a true fact, but apparently he had like double laced vocal cords. So he's able to like do stuff that normal people can't.
That makes a lot of sense, man. Because I'm not sure if you saw that concert where he was. I'm not sure where he was at.
Yeah.
Like dude, that bro, it literally like makes me happy. And it's like it's such like an artist,
dude.
moment.
And the amount of people in that crowd,
and they all mimicked him and stuff. And they all kept up, bro. And that's why I think
it was nuts.
Queen was so man. One of the best for sure.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the best.
One of the best.
No question, dude. For me, favorite album of all time, as a kid, it was definitely a Blink-182 album.
Okay.
It's a tie. I can't really figure out which one it is, but it's either going to be their self-titled album or Enema of the State. And anybody who's a pop punk kid is one either agreeing with me right now or being like, you fucking dick sellout. Like, Enema of the State had all the small things.
Oh,
yeah. But I don't even like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like Dumpweed, and I did like my first drum cover on YouTube, the Dumpweed and shit like that. But yeah, one of those two albums. And when I used to go to camp as a kid, I had a CD player. CD player.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, this is like 2003.
We're prehistoric.
Yeah, prehistoric.
CD player.
And I had the self-titled Blink-182, and I listened to that thing, and like I wasn't allowed to have a CD player, so I would like tuck my head behind the seat so the fucking bus driver and the counselor couldn't see me. And then like the only reason I got caught one day is because like the counselor was like, "Everybody listen up," and everyone got quiet, and I had it on full blast because I had to have it on full blast because everyone was loud. But then like, since everybody got quiet, they could hear it, and then I got it taken away, which is some fucking bullshit.
Damn.
But anyways, I would say today, my favorite album, probably the one I listen to the most, or have listened to the most in the last couple of years, is from my other favorite band, Animals as Leaders. It came out in 2016, The Madness of Many. This one, like, really, I think it came out when I was in rehab, and one of my friends in rehab was obsessed with metal. And he was able to get CDs before I was because he was there longer than me, and you get certain privileges over time. And like we had to buy CDs, bro, because no computers, no phone,
right,
all this kind of shit.
That's like prehistoric, dude.
But he started to show me The Madness of Mini, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. And I kind of have a tie of two favorite songs on there: Cognitive Contortions or Transcendence. Those are Transcendence is not as a popular one, but they're both like really good songs. But yeah, I'd probably say nowadays that's probably my favorite one because I don't really listen to like straight up albums anymore. Like I definitely like, I'll just like pick out a couple songs from this and dive and dip and put on shuffle, and you probably do the same thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So most people probably do that too. Not straight through. They just go for the hits. It
depends. It depends because if it's like Drake, like perfect example. If it's like Drake, and because I know his whole album is not gonna be, it's not gonna be 100%.
No, none of them are.
Not recently.
None of them are.
They've been kind of hit or miss recently. But yeah, for sure. If it's like that type of person where I know he's consistently dropping music, I'll only go for his hits. I'll only listen to his hits, and then maybe I'll give it a week or two, and then I'll play his full album or something. But. Yeah. Sorry, Drake.
All right, bro. Number 6, favorite song of all time.
Okay, so this was kind of hard because so I took a song from Take Care that I can sing like word for word, and I took 2 songs from Juice WRLD. Probably so for that Take Care Drake song or album, it'd have to be Marvin's Room. Fuck that nigga that you love so bad. Ooh. I know you still think about the times we had. Yeah, that's a bop. That's a bop. And then from Juice WRLD, it's off his The World on Drugs album, which was featured with Future. And that was Hard Work Pays Off. And that's a really good song and stuff because I always play after like a long week of work. And it goes, hard work pays off. I've been feeling paid off. It's really, if you guys have time, go check it out. I'm not gonna sing the whole song. And then from his very first album, it would have to be Lucid Dreams.
Lucid Dreams.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. Yeah, but everyone knows that song. So, yeah.
I don't, but okay.
Oh, I know. Y'all gotta put Max on the Juice WRLD, bro. Max is, yeah.
I'm stuck in like weird instrumental jazz land right now.
Yeah, and well, actually, very old man music. No offense, my man.
Yeah, kind of.
You're freaking 28, bro. You're still young. You need to,
My dad's a freaking jazz musician, bro. I got a jazz brain and a jazz heart. I didn't really get into jazz until about 2 or 3 years ago, and I love metal too. And it's like now I'm like I barely listen to music with lyrics in it. It's basically all instrumental. Well, not what I've been going through recently, but I listen to music with lyrics now. But usually I just listen to like that kind of stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I'm like an old ass man. Give me a fucking cane already. For me, I keep just switching back between Animal Collective and Animals as Leaders.
No, hold up. Let's do something, okay. Pick one that's not from them.
Okay, but honestly, one of them is from them.
Okay,
I'll just say it and then I'll pick something else.
Okay,
my favorite song of all time is from Animal Collective.
Okay.
It's about 9.5 minutes long.
Wow.
It's called Safer.
Okay.
And it's just the most beautiful transition of like this creepy unknown sadness to this like heart open sadness. And there's like the middle transition where he screams, I'm alright, and then like echoes on. Has this, and then like switches into like the island vibe with the woman's voice. Anyways, go listen to it. It's just like it touches my soul in such a way. I'm like, how the fuck did you come up with that?
Right.
Like it's just, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it because I've listened to that song probably at least 250 times.
Right.
And it used to make me cry and bawl my eyes out. But yeah, dude, fucking great. Okay, we're done with the Animal Collective, Animals Leaders. I know. Okay, if I had to choose like another song, okay, the first one that comes to my head is Hyper Ballad by Bjork.
Dude, I've never heard of them.
Okay, it's a woman.
Oh.
Woman singer.
Okay.
She is some kind of European.
Okay.
I don't know what kind, but Hyper Ballad, and she talks about suicide.
Wow.
And I literally, the first time I heard that song, and the line is, how's it go? It's, imagine what my body would sound like slamming into those rocks.
Whoa.
And when it lands, will my eyes be closed or open? And when that line hit, I literally broke out, like, screaming from my insides, crying. Like, I literally was crying. That actually happened earlier this year in January.
Yeah.
I literally broke out of my shell. Like, all this trauma poured out of me when that happened. Like, that line is something I think about because when I was really sad and depressed, when I used to, like, listen to Korn.
Right.
And
Korn, yeah.
Yeah, Korn and all this really, really sad stuff. I would stare myself in the mirror with my headphones on full blast on my sad playlist that I listened to every afternoon in college, and I would slam my face into the mirror and make myself cry. And it just reminded me about that, like, would anybody miss me? But it wasn't even about, like, oh, I hope everybody feels bad. It's just like, I just want to take myself off the earth because fuck all this shit. But yeah, dude, Bjork, Hyper Ballad, she's a great, amazing singer. She started out in jazz, I believe, but she, went more mainstream in the 90s, and now she's, like, she's considered odd. Because she talks about that stuff, and she's just like a weird person. I fucking love it.
I knew you had someone else to give us. I knew you did.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man. Man. Split out.
I also, to touch back on Avenged Sevenfold real quick.
Okay.
Fiction, off of their album Nightmare.
Okay.
Fiction was... this is a cool story about Fiction, and then we'll move on to the next question.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
Fiction was really cool because it was written by Jimmy the Rev Sullivan, and what happened was he recorded that song only, I think, 3 days before he died.
Wow.
And he was drunk as fuck, and he was playing the piano, and he sings the song.
Wow.
And the piano riff in that song is so fantastic. And he recorded it like 3 days before he died. And what they did is they took a couple recordings of him doing that song, and they mashed them together, and then they also like topped it with the lead singer's voice and whatnot. But that song is also about just like sadness, darkness, death. Fiction off Nightmare.
Yeah.
Fucking, one of their less heavy songs. Really, really, really good. Touched my soul. I even went out of my way to learn the piano riff on it, on the actual piano, because it just touched my. So those are the first two that come to my head. If you give me time, I would definitely name off a few others. But
you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah,
that was enough.
Yeah,
man, I'm like, yes.
I know. I can go off about this shit.
I knew you had more, bro. I knew you did. I was like, man, there's no way. It's just them. I was like, no,
dude. It's just because those two have been the most relevant to me in the last 4 to 5 years.
Right.
So.
Right. No, I dig it.
All right, dude. And here's a question that's definitely off of that.
Yep.
Who do you think is the greatest artist of all time? And it doesn't have to be somebody you like or somebody that you even listen to.
Dude, I was going back and forth on this, and honestly, I mean, okay. If I had to pick one over everybody, it would be Michael Jackson. If you disagree with that, you don't know music. You do not know music. Michael Jackson, hit for hit, record for record, man, Michael Jackson was literally the best musician. Artist. Probably.
He was amazing.
He was amazing.
Amazing.
He was amazing. And then, honestly, someone that I thought that maybe could top that because of their inspiration and, and just their overall, influence of just trying to be yourself and not being and just not being afraid. It was Queen. Queen was another group that I thought was on top of that too. So
Queen was great.
Queen was great
definitely
too.
Not something I'm into at all.
Yeah,
but I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it a lot.
Yeah.
Innovative, creative, especially for that time. Mm-hmm. Amazing vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't hate me for this, but I chose the same one as you.
No, right, bro. Honestly, that was a really hard question.
Michael Jackson.
Really hard question.
My opinion, Michael Jackson is the best artist of all time. Because it's one thing to just be like, oh, okay, I heard him on the radio, and like, yeah, he's really good, and I get why people like him. But then once, not in his music videos, but once you see him live, obviously I never saw him in person. But
people are literally losing their shit.
Dude, people are losing their shit in the way he moves across that stage. Mm-hmm. He's like on ice.
Yeah, people mesmerized, man.
I was blown away that he can sing like that and dance like that at the same time, blowing my fucking head off. But dude, no question in my mind. My favorite song by Michael Jackson, too, Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror is good.
Man in the Mirror is my favorite.
I like Remember the Time. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Yeah, bro. Honestly, he has a lot of bangers, bro.
I mean, now that it's Halloween season.
Oh, Thriller?
Thriller, of course. Yeah, that's an iconic, dude. Iconic.
The whole dance, everything.
Yeah, everything about that song and everything about him, dude. He like, I remember when he died, the whole world was shook. The whole world. You saw Asia, Australia, fucking Europe. Everybody was out on the streets dressed as him, dancing like him, singing in groups.
And they still do it today.
And dude, I was just when I was in Cancun, I was at the Hard Rock Hotel, and every night they do like a different themed show, and one of the themed shows they had
is a Michael Jackson show.
See, no. It was just like, dude, he's the best. There's no art like
he best.
I know me and you had some other contenders, or like, who should it be?
Honestly, it was just hard to kind of make that list, man, because I couldn't think of anybody else. Like, and honestly, I was trying to make sure that I hit every genre too. And literally, there wasn't. I mean, country. I'm not really a huge country. And I don't know too much and stuff. But if we had to go country, I mean, I don't know. Like, you can go with a bunch of people from there. You can go with like Kenny Chesney, but we can just kind of Garth Brooks. You can kind of go anywhere with that. Yeah, I don't know. That was a very tough question, though.
Yes, definitely a tough question. I mean, another one that I wanted to include that was off a little bit of just straight vocalist was Led Zeppelin. Because although I get it, there's a controversy about they copied people's songs from the 20s, blah, and took bits and pieces and made it their own, but it's like... Music's gonna overlap and relax.
Right.
And like Led Zeppelin would just like, I still see tons of stickers on the back of people's cars and T-shirts and everything of Led Zeppelin, and they were so influential. And John Bonham, the drummer, was absolutely amazing. The singer, the guitar player, all of them, dude. That was another one. And then the one I named earlier that you didn't know, Miles Davis, literally the number one most influential jazz guy of all time, trumpet player. I haven't listened to a ton of his music. I know that his Blue album is apparently the one that kind of created fusion jazz, which fusion jazz is my favorite genre of jazz. We're not going to go down that alley, but a lot of great creative stuff from him. But yeah, dude, so it's like there's a lot of great contenders, bro. There's a lot of great contenders. It's really hard to choose just one, but I think, dude, MJ. I think that's...
Michael Jackson, overall.
I think, dude, overall, that's just the only option that there is.
Overall.
There's a lot of great second contenders, and, a lot of people would argue, like, modern day kids would put in, like, probably Lady Gaga.
I don't even think modern day kids would even put in Lady Gaga, bro. They put in Drake. Or
Lady Gaga?
Dude, come on. Drake is literally... I feel like everyone bandwagons on Drake, though. Everyone bandwagons.
Dude, Drake feels like a bandwagon to me. He feels like the Instagram of music.
He really is, though. And then plus two, like, I just feel like Drake, like, because Drake is so big now and stuff, he doesn't have that pressure to perform anymore. Because if you listen to his older music...
when has he been out on tour? It's been a while, right?
Yeah, dude, it's been a while, man.
He just gambles and does business stuff.
And then I feel like, too, that, like... that like his older music was more like, it was just, okay, this is Drake. Drake was actually spitting, he was actually rapping. Nowadays it's very like he's trying to appeal to a bunch of different masses and people, and it's just like, bro, like it's okay.
Take a chill pill.
Right. It's like, damn, Drake, you ain't gotta. No. I mean, I know you're trying to be like Michael Jackson, you know, and honestly, any person that has came close to influence and actually record sales and everything else, it would be Drake. And that's an actual fact.
What about Metallica in record sales? They were number one in record sales for years. They were number one for years in record sales. I know that.
Are they consistent?
With releasing albums?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
And just music in general?
Music in general, yeah. I mean, I know they have at least 12 plus albums.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been a band for like, what, 40 years? Almost 40 years, something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, they are
So when were they first established?
70s?
Jesus,
I
for
think.
real?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
I think so. It was either 70s. No, I think it was 70s, not 80s. Like maybe late 70s. I don't know exactly. But dude, they've been a band forever, and everybody knows Metallica. I mean, our freaking logo is the writing is
I love y'all.
is the Metallica, you know, flipped around and whatnot. But
Yeah.
dude, yeah, I know Metallica was up there for sure. Freaking what we just talked about, Queen.
Queen for sure. Yeah.
I bet even David Bowie was probably really high
David Bowie was definitely
at
up there
one
for songwriter
point. And if we go into modern 2000s, Britney, Beyonce.
Are you put Britney up there?
No.
Oh,
She's not Britney. No, I'm just talking about time period. I'm not talking about like in comparison. Like obviously Metallica and Queen and Led Zeppelin have sold way more than she has.
Right.
But I'd say modern 2000 wise, I'd say Britney,
Okay.
Rihanna, Beyonce, Spice Girls late 90s.
I want to say Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, yep.
Wayne.
Eminem.
Chris Brown has always been relevant.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I mean, even dude, I'm gonna give it to you too. Maroon 5. I mean, I don't think they're at the caliber of even
They're not.
Britney, but they are. I mean, they've sold millions and millions.
They have.
Like you know, time period wise. Nowadays, I don't even really know. Nowadays, it's hard to tell because it's more about streaming.
It is.
It's more about streaming. And
everything's about streaming.
You know, and like obviously, like you can go, oh, how many views does my music video have on YouTube, or like. How many downloads does it have on, or plays, I guess, on Spotify, and like you can kind of determine that, but it's hard to really break it down.
Right.
It's hard to really break it down.
Break it down.
But anyways, guys, we fucking love music, as you can tell. Both of us could talk about the artists we love and the songs we love for hours and hours on end. Music impacts everybody, whether you just like film, whether you like, even if you're a book person, like music is in your life. It's in commercials. It's like as you drive by places. It's everywhere. Elevators.
Humming,
hey, dude.
Humming even is
Humming, dude. Elevator music smacks sometimes. Get that vibraphone going.
I've heard a couple of good ones and stuff, but yeah, they're usually not good.
No, I know. Yeah. Listen to our theme song. That smacks,
bro.
Yeah.
I still think we should get the Austin Powers one, but this one fits.
Yo, hit up Mike, talk to Mr. Myers, and maybe we'll.
Like, yo, man, can we use your fucking
theme
song?
Hey, man, I need a man of mystery in my life.
You're stupid.
But anyways,
have an issue, need a tissue. or was the other way around? I think.
Kinky.
Yeah, kinky.
Clinky.
It's all mole.
Alright guys, well we appreciate you tuning into this episode of Music. It was a quick one, a recording. We were passionate. I could feel the energy in the room rising.
Definitely.
You know, we love it. We love it. We appreciate you guys listening. And as always, like we always say, if your friend is struggling, you can tell most likely by the music that they're listening to, but have yourself or them especially dial out to 988 Suicide Hotline. We want to save a life. We want to give everybody a second chance. We want to make sure that we can save them before they're gone.
Yes, sir.
Unquestionably. All right, guys, tune into us next week as we hit Season 2, Episode 3, which will be revealed at that time. Alrighty. Have a good night.
Peace.